the indictment of a person that we believe to be a serial burglar, and also to ask for the public's help in identifying more victims. And if anybody has any tips onto the identity of a second person in some of the video, we'd love to hear from that too. You're going to hear from District Attorney Nathan Vasquez, and then we'll hear from DDA Alex Garcia, and then we'll hear from Officer Walker, who was also very instrumental in making this case happen. So without further ado, here's DA Vasquez.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you so much for coming today. We are here to announce a 43-count indictment. This is another example of the amazing partnership with law enforcement, particularly with Portland Police and the work that they're doing with the District Attorney's Office. This 43-count indictment represents the commitment that this office and that our law enforcement partners have to this community to really tackle these issues that are really hurting the livability and the daily lives of our residents and our businesses. This is an example of how one individual can cause outsized harm, but when we work together, how we can address that, take that on, and hold that individual accountable. We do believe that there are potentially more victims and more businesses that have been affected, and we want to make sure that we can do all we can to hold everyone involved accountable and to stand up for all the victims in this case. You're going to have an opportunity to see some video and hear directly from our Deputy DA who is handling the burglary task force. And again, this is just another fine example of our commitment to this community and how we are working to make sure that every burglar and criminal out there knows we're coming for you, and we are not going to stop. We're going to continue this into the next year, and I'm so proud of the work that we're doing. Mr. Garcia?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexander Garcia. I am the Deputy District Attorney assigned to the Burglary Task Force. I have with me Officer Elliot Walker with the Portland Police Bureau, who is part of the Central Precinct Neighborhood Response Team at the time, and he is the primary officer that worked the Christopher McGinnis matter and led the investigation. To Officer Walker's left here, we have a video. As the elected district attorney stated, we are interested in identifying more incidents that Mr. McGinnis may be involved in, and you will see in the video that there is another individual that my office, the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office, and Portland Police and our partners are interested in identifying as well. So with further ado, we'll play the video. Okay. So here we have Mr. McGinnis. He is at the Memoir Buckman Apartments located in Southeast Portland. We have Mr. McGinnis again. He is mounting a bicycle that he's alleged to have stolen. He's riding away from the Memoir Buckman. This is another incident at the Memoir Buckman with Mr. McGinnis. He's wearing different clothing. Memoir Buckman again, a separate incident, again wearing different clothing. Mr. McGinnis, he enters bike storage units and he scopes out bicycles. This is at the Frankie. Mr. McGinnis has stolen an e-bike. We're back at the Frankie. Mr. McGinnis and an unidentified male subject entered the storage unit area and break into multiple storage units and steal residences' belongings. The male that is seen wearing all black with a black hood, he has been identified by Portland Police as Mr. McGinnis, Christopher McGinnis. The male to his right with a backwards hat on, we are interested in identifying.
Feel free to fast forward on this one. This goes on for a while.
Okay. Do we get a copy of this?
Yes, we'll send you each a copy.
Okay. And the last name is McGinnis.
IS. Correct.
Not INS.
It's McGinnis.
Okay.
Different than the KGW Chris McGinnis.
So as we can see, the two, they load up their items and then leave. Okay. Here we have the memoir Buckman again, separate incident. So this would be, I believe now, the third, at least in the video. Stealing a resident's belongings, the trailer. This is the Cosmopolitan in Northwest Portland. You'll see Mr. McGinnis comes through the door which leads to the bike storage area. He is leaving now with a e-bicycle that belongs to a resident.
How many bikes did they get away with?
Several. It's
Any dozens or?
at this time it's 11 incidents of burglary, and it's around 8 of those incidents he's stealing bicycles, and multiple bicycles for each incident.
And then any idea on like the worth?
E-bike that I've seen is in excess of $10,000, and then the trailer, it's $100 or so.
This is multiple days. I'm just looking at the dates. Like goes back to August, early September.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of incidents.
11 incidents of burglary are currently indicted.
And then do you have a time frame over from early August to late October? I mean, just kind of a way to kind of date it.
Sure, we can go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
June to September.
June to September.
Yeah,
Like Pat just said.
we'll go back to the
Okay.
beginning.
These dates are kind of all jumbled.
Yeah. So you have September here. I do know that there are indicted incidents in June.
Yeah. August 21st.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sometime in August.
How many of these have been recovered?
Not many. I actually don't know of any of the recoveries themselves. I haven't heard from anyone that has recovered them. But at the time that we encountered him, there was no recoveries.
That's a big issue for like bike thefts, is that recovery stat, right?
Yeah, yeah, and then people, registering their bikes too. We encounter a lot of bikes that we assume are stolen in the condition they're left in. But we run the serial number and we don't get a hit back because they're not registered.
Can you tell people where you can register bikes?
Yeah, sure. You can register your bike on Bike Index. We use that very often to look up bikes, and then just by calling the police and registering your serial number with us, we can put it in as a stolen bicycle.
You talk about how you guys found McGinnis.
Yeah. Officers located him on the street, just standing there. I believe it was like around 6 downtown, 6 near Broadway, and he was compliant with us and went into handcuffs. It was very simple.
Yeah, as part of the investigation, Mr. McGinnis wears clothing that's consistent. He, as you can see in the videos that we've played, he changes his clothing. But the outfits that he chose here, he's wearing on multiple burglaries at multiple locations. So Portland Police, in doing their investigation, Officer Walker pieced together the clothing and put together a big case to encapsulate all of them. We are still interested, again, in identifying other incidents that he may be involved in. If anyone recognizes him, they are free to contact the Burglary Task Force at police.portlandoregon.gov.
And then when was he arrested? I apologize if you said that already.
I don't have the exact date available right now.
He was arrested at the end of September.
Okay. And then it just took a couple months or a month and a half or whatever to get the indictment going.
Yes, to present to grand jury, and then he was arraigned this last week. He remains in custody on security at this time.
Sorry, I had another question. My mind.
Officer Walker, maybe you could explain to him how you were able to sort of pull the threads and start connecting these? What was it that...
Yeah, so the MO I was able to follow, especially through like online reports and stuff. A lot of them, they all kind of match the same thing, where it's a break-in and then to the bike storage room, and typically an e-bike that's stolen. And then I would just track down video footage, and from there just kind of piece together clothing. A lot of the time his face is exposed too. So I just kind of put a slideshow together and compared it all, and eventually we decided that it was all the same person.
Had you had any dealings with him before as a way to
No,
know that it was him?
I had not. No, he was identified through a flyer that we put out. Yeah.
Are Are they connected with any robberies, burglaries at other businesses instead of just personal?
Not that I was able to find. Everything that he was involved in that I saw, I looked through all the video footage of burglaries in the area and some robberies, and it appeared that this was his only thing that he did.
How are they getting into these places? Are they following people in?
Yeah.
So Mr. McGinnis is seen on surveillance using a crowbar at all of these locations. He then pockets the crowbar and he will use either a sawzall or he will use bolt cutters once he's found a bike to damage the bike lock and then take the bike. So to answer your question, he's using he's using a crowbar.
It may sound like a stupid question, but how do these fit in? Because the last time we talked to you was
Sure.
the glass shop, and it's a business. This is more personal items. So kind of the two are different and the same, but how do they both fit in, or how does this one fit into that task force?
Sure. So in Portland, what we're seeing is numerous burglaries at mom and pop shops, right? A lot of these people that work at these mom and pop shops are riding their bicycles to and from because they are working close to where they're living. The burglary task force is aimed at prosecuting those that are committing burglaries that are affecting our community. It is a loss of sense of security, as we've seen not only for a business owner, right? They in the middle of the night are getting a call that their business has been burglarized, but also for people that are, their homes and they're, securing their bike that they take to and from Portland Saturday Market or to work. So there's no one size fits all. We are aimed at prosecuting those that are prolific burglars in our community.
How many indictments have you guys sought or got since this task force started?
Since the announcement, this will be our second.
Anybody else?
How many total serial burglary cases, including defendants, have you had in the past year?
Just alone, I have prosecuted around 15 people that have either been organized or prolific. I prosecuted a burglary ring, and there were 10 individuals in that. And then now we are looking at roughly 6, so that would bring it to a total of about 20.
And then about how many different businesses or individuals have been victims that you've prosecuted?
Sure. Mr. McGinnis's case alone, we know of three buildings. Since the announcements, I have had 4, and then total about 60.
60 people affected.
60 businesses, and now 3 condos and apartment buildings. Any other questions?
Going. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, can I have you say your name, spell your name?
Yeah, sure. It is Elliot Walker, ELLIOTTWALKER.
Thank you.
Sure.
And it's Garcia, but it's
Yes.
Garcia.
Yeah, last name is Garcia, Garcia.
All right.
First name Alexander.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks for
All
coming,
right.
everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, sir, for coming.
Yeah,
That's awesome.